We're live.
Are we live?
We're live.
We're live. Live and direct from Saul's.
Live and direct.
No, we're not live. No such thing as live.
But this is going in, will be on.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's usually what we do.
Whenever Saul hits play, that's usually what goes on.
We don't do any editing.
No editing? Oh,
No edits.
No
No
post.
edits.
No post.
No edits.
I love it. It's just all the way live.
Well, it won't happen otherwise.
All the way real anyway, not live.
Okay, since we're live, we've got the one and only Sauvelm.
It's funny you say that because
You're not the one and only?
no, I am.
Yeah. There's not another.
There's not another.
Guess what email addresses I have? Sauvelm at Gmail.
Oh, wow.
Sauvelm at Hotmail.
That's amazing. Actually.
Oh, wow. Hotmail.
Actually,
It's even more impressive at Hotmail.
Well, it's probably because I'm old and got those like early
You
on,
were
but
then-
also
You mean you didn't do like a Sauvelm 69?
no, I was just like, let me just try my name, and it worked.
I like
because
that.
there's not very many of that name.
I wish I had Saul at.
was that your first email that you had?
Yeah,
Ever?
Yeah, Sauvelm at Hotmail.
Mine was King Bros 2. Me and my brother shared an email because we had no idea what it was.
That's hilarious. And watch me now I'm gonna get hit by tons of advertisers.
Yeah,
Yes,
they'll get you.
yes,
They'll get you. They're listening.
They're listening.
Sauvelm.
We get a lot of views on this podcast,
Oh, yeah?
Sauvelm.
Oh,
So you're gonna be hit with many
Like-
advertisements.
Like when you say a lot, are you talking?
Like
in the sevens. Or
Wow,
eights,
hell yeah, you guys are. Honestly, that's awesome.
right?
In the dozens.
hey, this is why it's a one cam no edit podcast.
man.
Take it or leave it, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Heck yeah.
Welcome.
Sauvelm.
Hello.
I don't think I've ever said your name right.
No,
So
that
I'm
was
gonna-
it.
So, well, I just said it. This is the first time I ever said it right. So,
And his
too
last
bad.
Name, last name too? Can you-
McClean?
Oh yeah.
Sauvelm.
2 for 2.
I just go Sauvelm because my name's Saul.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
So,
I've been called Saul so many times in my life.
really?
Oh yeah.
Because people just
Wow.
like shorten it
Before,
up.
like,
Just 'cause we
not-
look so
yeah, 'cause
similar.
we look so. No, even before I met you,
I
I,
know,
was
I know.
called Saul many a time.
Really?
Oh yeah. People often call me Sauvelm. Like they just see the
Sauvelm,
L
yeah.
and then they
It's
automatically
Sauvelm.
put it after
Instead
the
of
AU.
Sauvelm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say
It's-
Sauvelm.
Sauvelm.
So that's how you
Sauvelm.
pronounce it is Sauvelm.
Sauvelm.
More
Sauvelm.
so.
And the thing I've learned, especially since moving to Saskatchewan, was like, if you like to help people get it, is like just think and then think of an elm tree and put a V in the middle, because the elm tree really helps.
Sauvelm. Yeah, that's actually well. I've always said Sauvelm, I think.
I've always said Sauvelm.
Yeah,
But it's
I mean,
so-
it doesn't offend me.
I
I'm
know.
fine.
No, but we want to get it right. Like we're the
Yeah.
ones calling your name when you're about to play.
I agree. I agree. It's cool. I appreciate getting it right.
Right. Yeah.
But he doesn't care.
Yeah, you would not believe how many versions of my name I've heard.
No doubt.
In my lifetime.
Desensitized.
Yeah,
that's like Jocelyn and Yuji. Like for a full year, I called Jocelyn's name wrong. He's like, I went up to him one day. I'm like, am I saying your name right? He's like, no. He's like,
once.
just think of awesome and then Jossum. I'm like,
yeah.
I'll never forget it now.
yeah, little tricks.
Right?
He's got it. He's heard lots of versions of his name.
Yeah,
He
I
knows.
think you just over time you just let it go.
Well, I gotta make a better point of just asking right off the get go
from them. Yes.
Yeah, right. If I don't know,
Yes, and writing it down.
I'm writing it down.
That can help.
Well, I just want to say thanks for joining us. Thanks for
having
coming.
me.
Yeah,
Pleasure to be here.
we are pumped. We are pumped to have you here. You are part of Funk Joint Music.
All one word.
Just Funk Joint, but
Oh, one
I added
word.
the music there. But they're a music band.
All one word, but it's
We
joint.
do the music.
They do the musics.
All one word, but is the J capitalized within it?
Yeah, I mean that's like it's a thing that most websites are just like fuck you. True. Get rid of the capital J.
True.
I think it keeps it symmetrical though. And like,
I like it. Like
I like it too.
It's meant to be like our logo has the capital J, but
Yeah,
I mean
there's
it's
a,
fine.
There's
but
a there's a play on something going on there for
Yeah.
sure.
yeah.
For sure. Now, my first experience with Funk Joint, I don't know if I can exactly pinpoint it, but maybe it was at the Burning Beard.
Yeah, that would make sense.
The duo at Burning Beard, and it's like, I'm sorry, what? What?
why are they here?
What is going on? Why? You know, it's an interesting thing because I at the time I was a sound tech in town, and you're just like, you're working on act after act after act, so you start to really hear the nuances, and at the end of the day, you can never be a good sound tech without a good band. Like,
Yeah, that's definitely a good way to
You
put
can
it.
only do so much.
So-
It's hard to be a good sound tech without a good band.
so it's like your job is dependent on who walks on your stage.
Yeah, that's true.
And so it's a weird, like relationship.
It is, because as a musician, I can also say, like, I have, when you play with a good sound tech and it elevates you, it's like, yes.
Right.
And then when you feel ready and you get there and they don't know what they're doing and the sound is shit, it's like,
Oh man.
and it's like this feedback loop of, it's like, and it's this, you also get feedback loops with an audience, right? You get an audience that just like, they're not
Yes.
engaging at all. It's like, it sucks the life out of you, versus they give you a little bit back, or they're being attentive, and it's just like, oh yeah, you want to give them more. You want to you want to hook them. So yeah,
Feeds the juices.
It's a very symbiotic,
Yeah,
symbiosis
absolutely.
relationships going on around the musical performance.
we are a band, and I would go out on a limb and
Go.
say most sound techs we've interacted with like us, because we're
Well, that's
very.
You're so dialed in, man.
Let me-
It's not that. It's more
let
that
me-
we understand that job.
Yes,
and we love that you are there to
Right.
help us sound
so
good.
that's
we want to fuck with you.
let me finish my experience
absolutely.
because that's it. Like you do your job, and some days it's really hard, and you're in your own head, because at first you think it's your problem. You're like, oh, I suck.
Mm-hmm.
But then bands like Funk Joint start to teach you otherwise, because they get up there, and the thing that they're able to do is all of them have such high level technique on their instruments that they are actually mixing themselves.
I'm blushing here.
Hey, good. I can't see
Should.
because of the color, but but they mix themselves, right? From the vocal technique to the finger technique. Like, they know how to precisely press down. I'm talking about Sauvelm over here. Knows how to precisely press down at the right velocity for that moment of the song, and the whole band is in on that. So you get other people on stage, not to throw shade, but just like, again, there's just no control of dynamics, no control of anything. It's always tough to get them to sound good. But Funk Joint gets on stage, that shit sound good instantly.
Saul always uses like the no joke. And whenever he has an example, like when he's talking about doing sound and how easy it is to do it for some bands, you are every time he uses function.
That's nice to hear. I didn't know that.
And you know Saul, like Saul is very particular.
Oh,
about
for sure.
like,
I know.
Right?
That's that actually warms my heart a lot that you say that you would use us in that example.
If I was to build a training school for people to
Which he is.
understand,
Yeah.
for people to understand that you guys are like, there's other bands in town that do layers of this, but you guys are on a world-class level of it, where like you're leagues above everybody. Like, yes, there's lots of really talented people, but like, and if we go to the jazz circles, then yes, of course, you're going to get some amazing.
Yeah. I do love and appreciate what you're saying. I have to, there's a lot of talented musicians. I think
I agree.
and I think, I don't want to diminish anything you're saying. I appreciate it. What I would say is, I guess I think maybe the reason is that we are all pretty chill and like humble with our instrument. And it's weird to say humble, like it's like a brag.
That's a real
right?
thing, though.
But it all flows from how we are a band at fundamentally.
How you
Like,
approach it.
yeah, like it's not a band where egos are really involved.
I don't see that at all
Like,
for you guys.
and everyone has an ego. I'm not saying we're not humans with egos. We all are, and we have them in our life. But there's something about the way we were established, and it's not even like a written contract. It's like we're friends. That's primarily, which is great too. But it's like an unwritten contract where it's like when we're doing the music, like I lead the band, but musically, I don't. It's completely democracy. Not even democracy. Like, I guess democracy. It's a communal thing. It's like anybody can say whatever, and like when we're deciding songs we want to play, we all put in songs and we vote, or we're just like, oh, we're all going to put in one song. We're going to learn these 5 songs.
And it is what it is then.
Yeah.
Right?
And when we write, it's like if somebody were to bring something, it's like, I wrote this, well, we would look at it and we would do that. But in general, all of our writing has been, we're going to make stuff up right now. And then we're going to record it. Yeah. So that in the moment, it is everybody in, just not worrying about, oh, am I going to fuck up?
Yeah.
Am I going to play something that someone doesn't like? Like, there's none of that. Like, it's just like, you have to use your ear. I guess all this talking is really, that's what it comes down to. We are the most ear band.
Well, do you think it's like,
and it's great. And it's really lovely for us. And that's why it's so fun.
I just like I think what you said about the chill thing is like maybe needs to be more pronounced in our example here, because it's like, again, like there's lots of people with a lot of technical prowess.
There is a lot of technical prowess. Yeah. There's a lot of good musicians out there.
But it's like rare to have that many people together who have that technical prowess, but also have this like super chill, but also like untraditional musical elements.
What, is it
swag?
Kind of leads into my question.
Swag. Oh my God.
Leads into my question.
swag.
Is the way you guys communicate together, like the way you guys are. Your personalities, the way you mesh together.
Yeah.
Do you think that has a lot to do
absolutely.
with it?
Yeah,
Right.
and it's not like we evolved. Like you brought it up at the start. It started as 2 people, like me and Graham, and I know I've told this story before, though. I will tell it now again.
Not on our podcast, you haven't.
Not on this podcast, I haven't. I met Graham the day after I moved to Saskatoon. I moved here in 2010, like late August. I moved here because I had a job in Ontario. I'm from Ontario. I lived in Kingston, Ontario for years and grew up in that area. And the job I was in, it was like 2008. The recession came, and then I was working for Ministry of Environment. Just graduated, and like they were like, "Oh, your contract's on, we're not renewing." Okay, I was like, "All right, whatever." And I was playing with the band, Emily Fennell Band, and Emily Fennell, she's now known by Miss Emily, and she's like winning blues awards all over the place.
Oh, really?
She's great, yeah. But I was playing in her band, and we opened for Widemouth Mason at the Merchant Tap House in Kingston, and Earl, you guys know Earl, he was like, I guess Mo Badass was, a thing. And after the show, he's like, "Hey, do you want to play keys in my reggae band?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. Like, that sounds cool. What are you doing?" He's like, "Well, we're going to be touring." And I was like, "Okay."
You had no job at the time?
I was in between jobs, and I was like, and my buddy had just moved to Saskatoon, my roommate for years in university, Adam, he had moved to Saskatoon. And I was like, "Okay, well, I have a place to stay." Because he just bought a house, and he was like, yeah, I was like, "Can I rent?" And he's like, "Yeah." So I had a place to stay, and there was this band. I thought we would be touring all over. And so yeah, that was Jazz Fest 2010. We opened for Bedouin Soundclash, and that was my first time playing in Saskatoon, was the Jazz Fest stage. Yeah, there's all sorts of little side stories there, but I'll stay on the line here for a second. Long story short, that went well, and I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna move out there." No intention of staying long term, just like in between jobs, maybe stay a couple years, whatever. And so I did, and that was August, and then drove out in a U-Haul solo, towing my car, all my belongings, dropped it off at my buddy Adam's place. We went drinking super hard that night. Like I got wasted.
First night in Saskatoon.
Welcome to school.
And I am not a heavy drinker now by any means, but I was younger then, and we were just like,
you're like, "What the fuck do I do in Saskatoon?"
It had been a few years since university, and we used to drink all the time. And we were like, "Yeah, let's get drink," and so wasted. And then anyway, I had to wake up early and got picked up by Earl, and then we were going down to Regina to play a show in Regina, and then a show in Gravelburg.
Oh shit! Way south.
Yeah, and
tour.
This was my literally first night in Saskatchewan.
Oh my god!
And I had visited, but first
that's
night
the last town before
here.
the state. Like there's nothing around
yeah,
there.
I know, and there's so much French down there.
Yeah,
j'aime le Gravelburg. But
oui.
so Jason Hattie was the drummer.
Oh yeah.
In Mo Badass.
Love Jason
and
Hattie.
of course Juice. Well, we should talk about Juice later.
We will.
Like,
yes.
He's got a special place in all of our hearts. But Hattie wasn't able to make the one show in Gravelburg, so Graham was the fill-in. So I went down, and I didn't know Graham, and we played a show in Regina with Hattie. Great. Didn't really hang out with Graham this first night, but the second night we were roommates. And I was just like, oh, hey.
Hey, dude.
Yeah, hey, dude. And it's just like, hey, I'm new here. He's like, oh, yeah. So, like, there's many things about our first meeting which are kind of funny in retrospect. But, we were just, like, talking music, right? He's a huge metal guy. I think a lot of people know that, obviously. But
I think so,
people who know Funk Joint might not know that.
Right.
So if they only know Funk Joint and not the other stuff. But, yeah, he's a huge metal guy, and he's been for ages. But he's so talented, and he's just such an eclectic music guy. Like, he can play anything. And he's in a lot of bands. So we connected, and he gave me a Johnny Don't CD that day. I'm now in Johnny Don't, by the way. Like, I joined that band years later, which was awesome. And now it's Miles Cannon playing country. But he gave me that CD. We kind of just became fast friends. And then he was also like, hey, just so you know, like, if you, like, just don't date anybody. That was his piece of advice.
Right, you're not gonna have
because he was like,
you're gonna break her heart. Or
No,
what?
he was just like, they're just gonna like immediately marry you. Like,
Bro, you're in Saskatchewan.
he's like, they're gonna see you and be like, what are you?
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, no big deal, whatever.
Like in Gravelburg, he met.
Well, he just meant in general because it was my literal
On the prairies.
second night here, and he's just like, just don't lock down.
He's an exotic.
Well, I mean, I am an old man now, but like I
Whatever.
was mid 20s, and I
You're
was
still a good-looking man over there.
I still had dreadlocks, like they were just shorter than now, but they were dreads
And talent.
Yeah, and
charm.
I can sing and stuff. So anyway, that's funny in retrospect. I mean, I'm happily married now, but he's in some ways he was right. Well, in a lot of ways he was right because it's literally the first woman I dated in town.
Did she lock you down?
I mean, I locked myself down, but yeah, basically.
I want to know, was he grandma that first day you met him? Was he grandma?
Everyone called I don't call him grandma anymore, but that's the only thing people ever called him.
Yeah.
This story kind of went sideways, I think. But the point is, I met him that day, and we connected, and we played this show for Mo Badass, and I played a few other shows with Mo Badass with him, but we didn't really. And we then, like, over the next couple of years, we jammed here and there, and then obviously at Juice's place when he was living there, we jammed, but we didn't really do anything together until Burning Beard duo, and that was the start of Funk Joint in 2018.
So how'd that happen? You just called him up? You said, yo,
no,
bro?
we still, like, we hung out and just ran into each other, right? Because, like, even though we played music, and I came here and played with Mo Badass and connected that way, we were just fast friends, and I kind of got in with, like, his group of buddies, and I'm not, like, a metalhead, but I really appreciate it, and then he was just living with some people that I kind of became friends with that household, and made some really good friends in the town because of it. And but that's why we stayed connected. It wasn't even because of music. It was just like, that's how we met. We always knew we had music. And I had played, sorry, I lied. There's one other project we did called Filet Trio. That was the name of the band.
Filet Trio? Was it a trio?
It was a trio. It was a jazz trio. The guitarist, Jess Smandich, I don't know if I said his last name right. I don't think he's playing anymore much around town. I think he's like off in some small town being a dad.
That name sounds familiar to me.
But he's a monster guitar player. Monster. And he had this band Sounds Like Fun that I came and just like jammed one time. And for some reason that didn't work out, but he like really liked me. And so we did this trio thing. We never played a single show, but he had riffs. Like, you want to talk about riffs? He had a million riffs. And he's a riff machine. And he played in a band called Rehashed and like tons of punk, crust punk, like heavy metal. But he liked funk, and he had all these funky riffs. So me, him, and Graham, and I still have recordings on my computer. And it was mostly his riffs, but I learned them. and we had these funky ass songs, and we thought it was a hilarious name to call it Filet Trio. I don't need to explain that.
No. I didn't even think of the trio part when you said the name. I didn't even hear.
If you say it fast enough, people are like.
I didn't even hear the trio.
Excuse me, Filet.
I was like
Trio.
I was like, Saul, where'd you get trio from?
Yeah. Anyway, it's unfortunate that didn't turn into more of a thing because it would have been really funny to announce that band.
Did you
over and over?
Some of those songs and riffs that you got from that band are those some of Funk Joint?
Not a single one. Yeah. Honestly, we should pick one. Like I would love. There's a few of them that were bomb, and it would be really cool to do. I would just have to call Jeff and be like, "Hey, can we play your riff?"
Yeah, you get credit, bro.
Oh yeah, I would give him full credit.
And come sit in.
Come sit in,
right?
Yeah, I don't know if he's still doing it, but if you hear this, Jeff, come
sometimes
Jeff, are you one of the 7 out there?
Jeff, yeah.
Sometimes that's the callback that a musician needs.
Mm-hmm.
That's very true.
Sometimes,
sometimes
it's like nobody calls me anymore.
All that said, I think Filet Trio might have been 2016, 2015. We might have been doing that. But anyway, like I said, stayed connected with Graham, and then 2018 was when we got going at the Burning Beard.
Can I ask about the Burning Beard? So the 28 was I there then? Like when I started doing the open mics, that was after that, right?
I think it was simultaneous.
Kind of the same time?
I think it was the same time.
You were doing like Tuesday nights,
yeah,
and then we were Thursdays
Tuesday.
open mic.
I think it was same night or same time. Yeah,
same time.
I do remember an overlap, but I couldn't remember if there was time because it surprised me. Saul saying that he met, like that's his first memory of you because I'm sure I knew you.
Oh,
like we go back.
Met.
We go back,
and I had met you before the Burning Beard because of Juice.
That makes sense.
You and I met because of Juice.
Did we
remember
jam?
at Juice's place. I don't know if we jammed, but it would have been Saul and
Reed.
Yeah. And so we didn't like get tight at that time, but we met and like, I don't fully recall. We might have jammed in like the back.
Yeah.
Who knows? There's many jams that happen.
I mean,
Who knows? And then I'm just thinking like, would I have come to the Burning Beard to watch Funk Joint? Like I don't remember. I don't know. I'm thinking about myself now and being like, I wouldn't likely be going
to shows.
To extra shows, but I'm like, maybe I was at that time because I think I remember you guys play. Like
when I had asked you to come help with open mic because I don't know, we had got you out for an open mic because wherever we met. Well, the night I know how we met, but. Was through Earl.
Yeah.
But I ended up asking Saul to help me with this little mixer and a speaker because I had no idea what I was doing.
I remember. I think I played that open mic a few times.
Oh, for sure you would have. But I don't remember. Like, I know we'd met, I think, well before that, but I don't know where.
Well, I would have met you through Earl.
Through Earl?
We would. I think we met at a Mo Badass show. The first time. Like a long time ago.
It could be. Or it could be like, I was even thinking Pink Wig.
Well, Pink Wig for sure, but I met you before that.
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking. Now I'm thinking my first experience of you might have been at an Earl show. You playing.
Oh, that might be. Yeah.
I think so. When I first moved back, 2016, 2017, he asked me. My band at the time, which was like my old high school band, we reunited for one show and we opened up for Steadies, and I. Maybe believe you were on keys.
I might have been
at the Capitol for that show.
Yeah, because I did overlap with Steadies a little bit. Like the name change, I was still around.
Yeah,
not for very long after that, but
I remember you with the Steadies, not with Mo Badass.
Yeah, for sure.
Was it a name change or does Mo Badass still like? Is it like Mo Badass and then there's the Steady? If you ask Earl, I think
you'd have to ask Earl. I have played Mo Badass shows since then.
Right, that's what I mean. I think the two were going on at the same time.
I think. I don't quote me. Ask him. He's the authority on it, obviously. But I think that Mo Badass is more of like a party band that'll do covers and focus really on the reggae.
That makes sense.
The Steadies is like, yes, it's reggae, but it's like rock steady. It's like very, like, I don't think it's a secret. Like the Police is one of his favorite bands, and the Steadies is like that format.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
That's interesting. I wish I had better memory sometimes, like when I met people. But I think even in general, it's humans. Like when you meet somebody, you have a few things, and then over time, where you see them at so many different things, and then you kind of
it's the natural thing where every time you think of a memory, it changes, right?
Right.
You think about it from this moment, so it's like you're constantly rewriting your memories.
Yeah.
And I also think it's just a Saskatoon thing. It's obviously other places, but people always go, "Oh, how'd you guys meet?" And I'm like,
I don't know.
the Saskatoon way. Like we just absorbed into each other's realities, and it just was.
It's very true. And that's what's kind of great about Saskatoon
auras collided,
too.
and there we are.
Right.
That's it.
Well, we do find our people here. I think, there is these groups, and especially in music, there's only so many places to go. Especially now.
I maintain that Saskatoon punches way above its weight with music.
100%.
And not way above its weight with like critical recognition of music, but talent and people just willing to put together bands and play kick-ass music.
It's kind of never ending.
It's it's especially like there's certain genres where it's really true.
Yeah.
But in general, there's a lot of talent here.
We're lacking in some genres.
Yeah,
I would say.
I would say jazz is not particularly strong.
Yeah, I don't know that genre very well.
Or like pop.
Yeah,
we don't really have a strong pop scene.
I don't know that. And when I say jazz, I don't mean that there's not great jazz players here. There's tons of great jazz players. I just mean like
in comparative to the
there's
other.
no bands. There's no like, oh, do you know that jazz band from Saskatoon?
Right.
Like there's not that.
Yeah.
The country music scene is kind of coming up a little bit, I think.
Country, rock, and punk, those three in Saskatoon are the dominant genres.
The punk and metal scene here is world class.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And,
I didn't even know that.
And it's the thing that has the most, like, there's audiences. Like, those are the people who are dedicated to going to shows.
Right. We got to start doing some of those shows.
Oh, man, it's like, and they're so cool. They're so chill. Like, I look like me. And I don't try to be punk. Yeah. Like I just am me, and I go and I have a good time, and everyone's cool. It's not like no one wants to beat me up because I don't look like them.
Punk, the punk crowd has always kind of been like that. On the surface, they look maybe intimidating.
Well, I think some people are intimidated. I know people
for
would
sure,
be, but
they're amazing. The humans,
super cool people. And definitely some gruff ones, but they're great. They're all beauties.
I want to go to a punk show. I haven't been to one for a long time.
Me neither, but not because I don't want to go, just because
your dad and
life.
Hockey.
Yeah.
Oh God. We won't get into it.
Let's not talk about hockey.
No hockey talk. No, keep moving. Keep moving.
But so we got on this tangent because we were talking about
just the birth
the
of
day you met Graham.
Funk joint. Yeah.
The birth.
Yeah. And so I guess I'll do a quick history. So Graham and I did that for a full year, and that was awesome.
Yeah.
And we would have kept doing it, but...
And what year was this?
2018, and I think we went into 2019 a little bit before, it closed down.
Yeah.
It wasn't because of us, okay? So in that time, Steve Fisher, who he no longer lives in Saskatoon, but he was
he's out in Vancouver now.
He's in Vancouver now. He's like
I didn't know.
Kicking ass. So he was, a known entity at the Long McQuaid on 8th Street.
Yeah.
And also just like a super talented guitar player that a lot of people wanted to play with. But he knew Graham a little better, but he would come and sit in with us sometimes. And so that was like, okay. When the Burning Beard ended, he had done several sit-ins with us. So it was like, oh. And actually Adam Streisel had also done a couple sit-ins with us separately.
Was Adam the roommate you were talking about, or
no,
different Adam?
Different Adam. So Adam, my roommate, that's university. That's like totally different story. He's a mining engineer, but this Adam, teacher, trumpet player,
who's an amazing trumpet,
amazing trumpet player. Yeah, plays in the SJO, plays in lots of bands. Absolutely, he's been in that for years.
I forgot about that.
Which is now, it's not that anymore. It's called, I'm embarrassing myself right now.
You want me to Google it?
Yeah.
That's okay. Moving on.
Let's cut this part.
Yeah. Sorry, Adam.
Cut it out,
anyway,
Adam.
At least we didn't forget his name.
Adam's great. And after that, it was like, well, Steve Fisher kind of joined in, and then we were like, "Oh, we'd love to have trumpet," and then Adam joined in, and yeah, I think we played our first show. You did sound at our first show, and it was at a place that's also no longer
El
around.
Coyote.
El Coyote.
Oh,
That's it.
El
I have
Coyote.
footage from that show.
This is what I mean. This is what I mean. Like somehow our paths had integrated deeper somewhere along the line because all of a sudden I'm doing sound for you.
Was that like the show that I booked you guys on? When
Maybe, yeah. I might have been booked it through.
Well, I was doing the
I honestly
booking,
can't
and he
remember
was-
how I booked it. It must have been through you, I guess.
Yeah, we're the ones that kind of brought the music there.
We were trying to do what we did at 3 Hall at El Coyote.
Yes.
Years before.
Yeah.
And it was
under King management.
and it was a cool room.
Oh,
It's such a cool room, man.
Yeah, and that was a great show. I remember.
Was it
that show.
upstairs that you?
No, it
yours
was downstairs.
downstairs,
It was
yeah.
downstairs.
We remember we were going to pick a side. I think. Yeah.
The right
So when
side.
you walk in the left, when you walk in
to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we had I very vividly remember that show for some reason.
Yeah, that was our first show.
I guess
crazy.
I guess because again,
Or first show as a group of four, I should say.
but that's what I'm talking about. It's memorable because I've been doing sound for how long and doing all this stuff, and then like we're starting up a new venue, and it's like it's my first time kind of system teching and bringing in, maybe not my first time, but like my first, like, here's our venue, a new space. And I remember we went and rented some lights from Long McQuaid, just those 4 Yorkville thingy guys.
That thing you have over there, that was the first time you used it, I'm pretty sure.
Which thing?
The interface that I'm looking at right now. I'm pretty sure that was the first time you used that first
That's
show.
crazy. It's crazy that you would remember that.
Gear.
I know the gear. Yeah.
Gear memory.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember it was so fun.
Is it Audio Technica? Maybe, I don't know, but either way,
Apogee.
Yeah.
And then I also shot photos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we used some of those photos for years and for posters and stuff.
See, and I don't remember this. I have no memory of this, but I know I would have been the one that booked it.
Yeah.
And I
You
know
were
I
there.
would
You
have
were
been
there.
there.
You were there for
And
sure.
I know I would have
Yeah.
been there. And
Yeah.
probably hosted.
Yeah, you definitely introduced us. Anyway, that was a great show. I remember that kind of kickstarted things in terms of like, oh no, we should be a band like this.
Right.
And then, yeah.
That's awesome, man.
And absolutely, because it sounded unreal.
Yeah, it was fun.
I think you boosted my confidence as a sound tech.
That's when you realize, you need a good musicians.
And that room wasn't even tuned yet. Like we just made that work.
I think it was tough, that room anyway.
Yeah.
It's all brick and
Tough until you have until you have a like a lot of it there's different people who it boils down to, but a lot of it does go down to the drummer.
Mm-hmm. Huge. Yeah,
right?
it's a big factor.
Were you by the glass at the front door, or by the door that goes to
No,
the
we
glass?
were by the glass. We were like tucked in.
Right.
Yeah, because we had the lights going, and so
'Cause I
people
think
outside could
the
see.
first open mic we went by the door, and then we switched back to the glass. Do you remember that?
I just remember the glass. Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't it fun to mix in front of glass? Just the best.
It was cool for lighting. I remember that.
Absolutely.
Lighting
It
was
looked
cool.
That's
the photos still look cool.
Cool
And
is like one of your first time as a full band though too. Like Boomleg, when they were talking to me the other day, that was one of their first times.
What?
Like at El Coyote.
And they've been a band since then.
Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy.
That's cool.
Didn't even realize we were part of something because I was so, I don't know, just a different reality at that time.
What was that band that Travis was into with Anthony and remember that band? They were jumping off the couches and shit. They were all like,
Yeah. I remember.
There's a lot of like first kind of bands getting their start there, like during that time. Anyway,
super interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
All right, I'll complete the story of Funk Joint for the listeners because
Please do.
I've mentioned 4 people or 3 people so far. We were 4-piece. So young Steve, which is what we came to call him,
Makes sense.
He eventually
Long-haired Steve.
he long-haired but young Steve.
Yeah.
He got the call and took a job in Vancouver, and it's been a great decision for him. But he left, and we were like, oh.
Void.
Except that
Yeah, how do you feel
we
that?
immediately were like, what about
Old Steve.
old Steve? Yeah. What about old? And I knew Steve, old Steve. Steve. Yeah.
He endorses
Or is he
this
just
name.
Steve? Is he just Steve?
He's just Steve. We don't call him old Steve.
Okay.
But I had played with him in Mo Love.
Yes.
And he's been around the scene forever. Like, it's Saskatoon. Like, he has legendary stories from Ness Creek from 20 years ago. And long before I lived here, he used to play in a band called Sexually Attracted to Fire. What
was his age when he started that band?
I don't know. He was younger.
Yeah.
He played in a jazz band called something Wood.
Yeah.
Not Metalwood. That's a different jazz band. God, I have a terrible memory for this kind of thing.
Remember
There's a lot of names though that were.
It was him and Gent Laird.
Yeah,
and they're great.
It was unreal, that band. Yeah.
And so anyway, and this is all long before me. And anyway, so it was like, oh, we know another legendary Steve who's great at guitar and who loves this kind of music. So why don't we ask him? And we did, and he was super like, yeah, cool, let's do it.
That's lucky to be able to just that kind of loss to have as a lead guitarist. To
not only did we not lose a lead, like not only did we have no gap with the lead guitar, the name didn't even change.
Who's Steve, everybody?
Didn't even have to change any habits or anything.
Right. Yeah, even any of the print that you had names of the band members on.
Yeah. It was amazing.
It's great. Yeah, I just feel like Steve just kind of like fits in like a perfect little puzzle piece into your group too.
It couldn't have been more perfect because
what?
He's such an ear player, and that's the secret sauce to this band. It's all about the ear. You have to have a certain baseline of like capability because you've put in the years.
Yeah.
But after that, like we do not use sheet music. If we still talk about it because like horns, they're doing SJO stuff. You get called into a band, they're gonna give you sheets. We have 0 sheets ever. I am the only one with anything close to it because I have a terrible memory for lyrics, so sometimes I have to use lyric sheets.
So chords
ever.
That's awesome.
We don't believe. It's not that we don't believe in it. Like you need them sometimes, but for this band, it's just like no. Let's
figure it out.
Use your ear. Remember the changes.
Probably. Then when you do fuck up, you probably develop those skills to be able to mask that or 100%. To recover.
Yeah, it's in our blurb. Like in our blurb, I talk about like the spirit of improvisation or whatever. And it's not just empty words. Like that's literally how we write our songs. We still dedicate. Like if we're practicing for a specific show, we might skip making stuff up, but we rehearse enough that when it's like nothing pressing on the schedule, it's like, let's just make some shit up,
And that's one thing about Funk Joint too is the consistency of their practice schedule.
Yeah,
right. Not a lot of bands that keep that up, and that's like the foundation of like the strength and the talent and the connection is like they're just getting together.
Part of it. Yeah,
even when they don't have a show, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like getting out of bed in the morning or breathing sometimes where it's something that you do.
Yeah, we've been doing it for long enough now. Like, we're all busy. We're all like grown with jobs and a couple of us have kids and we all have full-time jobs. So, we don't necessarily get every week now.
Yeah.
We do as much as we can though.
Yeah.
And it's not like we have to strain our schedules. It's like, this is the night. If we can do it, we do it.
So it's not like a day that did you guys have a day before? Like it was every Wednesday?
No, yeah, every Tuesday night. Tuesday nights is Funk Joint night. And, which kind of carried over. Honestly, it was Tuesday night because the Burning Beard. Like, it kind of just
kept going.
That, honestly.
That's awesome.
But, it just ended up being the night that worked at one point in time. But then it's just like, no, that's the night. And that's what we stick with. And if we can't make it, so be it. Like life gets busy, but yeah, we even on slow times, we still end at minimum once a month.
Where do you guys do it at?
My place.
And is now you have kids and everything. Are you in ears? Does it get loud down there? Do you have some good?
I mean, you can attest to this. We have never been a loud band. We can be loud, but
maybe that's part of like what he's talking about being a good band with sound, like being able to control your sound together,
100%.
Where you're still all getting the same amount of sound out. But
the two problem spots in a band are usually drums and guitar,
right?
And you have a drummer who he plays metal, but boy can he finesse.
He's got some soft hands,
dude.
Boy can he finesse.
Yeah, and there's like 2 or 3 drummers in town that I would put in like, and I'm not going to name names, but you could probably guess. And like that have the touch, and it's like you can trust them in any space. You could put them in a tin can, and they could mix themselves.
The worst space possible. Like
I want to know who these people. I'm asking you.
Oh, you already know where they are.
You already know.
But I'm just not gonna. I'm not gonna. I don't want to exclude anybody.
Oh, I know one.
But there's like. And there's lots of good drummers, but that particular part of
that talent.
And we had a guy fill in for a wedding we played, and he played great. He learned the songs, and he came and showed up great.
But he's no Graham.
Nothing bad to say about him. But it did make you appreciate just how much
good
finesse and how much touch Graham has. Like it's crazy.
When you're a metal drummer, but then you also learn the talents, like you've played so much and so loud that you know how to bring that speed down to a quieter volume, and like that's Graham's ability, is just like the movement and pace and rhythms that he pulls out. And also, I don't think we have another like funk play. Like I had him for one show that I played at Coors, and just like I love how a drummer changes the sound every time I play with a different drummer. It's like, okay, these are different songs now.
Yeah.
And I just love like Grandma's groove. It is so inherent. He like, again, to go back to that word swag, because it's the only one I can use to really explain his type of drumming. That it's just
it's appropriate. It's apropos because like you guys know the band Ghost Note. Like Swagism, that album.
Right.
We're actually, this is going to be our first show coming up where we cover Swagism in front of an audience.
Super cool.
I think we did it once at like this little outdoor thing, but this is the first time we're going to play it.
So where is the show and when is it? Let's tell our 7 listeners.
It's at the Basement. It's Thursday, April 2nd.
Coming up.
Pretty quick. Right away.
This Thursday.
Less than a week, yeah. I think, tickets have been selling, so I think we're going to have an audience. Don at the Basement's always been very kind to us. He likes us, we're definitely not the biggest ticket sale of the year, but
which is a crime.
But we have a good time on stage, and that reflects to the audience. I remember there was one time that we were playing there, and there was some grandmas that were like, I don't know, like funk joint that doesn't sound like it's gonna be, what is this?
Not up our alley.
It doesn't sound like it's gonna be something we like, and I'm not dissing them at all. Like they just, the name kind of turned them off, and they heard us, and they were like, "You guys are awesome! Like you guys look like you're having really a lot of fun."
When you said grandmas, I thought you meant people like grandma in the band,
like actual grannies,
other grandmas.
Yeah, grannies, like grannies who probably don't listen to a lot of jazz. Although if you're going to the Basement, you probably have some appreciation for jazz, but
the name maybe kind of threw them off a little bit.
But there was some reason why they went anyway, because somebody told them they should go, or they went with somebody, but they loved it. Like they had a great time, and that's what we're about. We want to have a good we have a good time on stage together.
Exactly.
Regardless,
you
guys
we share that with you guys. Like,
exactly.
That's the thing.
That's I think a difference between like lots of bands that I like as opposed to some that don't resonate as much is like when I see a band up there just vibing with each other, there's nothing better than that for me, because it's just like you can see just whether it's the years of time they put in, how much they love what they're doing or whatever it is. But that's what bands that resonate with me the most anyway.
I think that's
me too.
Probably why Funk Joint has been one of my favorite bands for so long, is just the pure expression of joy.
Yeah.
Like funk joint equals like just a pure expression of love of music. When I really experience it, it's like, look at these dudes absolutely
having fun,
so in love with what they're doing.
Yeah.
And doing it with such finesse. Like,
well, let me just say, we are probably the best at fucking up ever.
But I bet you maybe the best at not letting people know that though too.
That's the trick. We are the best at fucking up, and you might not know.
Yes.
And I mean, notwithstanding talented, trained musicians who can hear that shit, but we are really good at messing up and not letting it bother us and not letting it stop us.
Well, and not having sheet music maybe, and just playing.
Yeah, it's all, and I keep coming back to it, but it's all comes down to the ear, because if I have catastrophically messed up on stage before, I have messed up in such a way that I have broken the structure of the song. Like, I have done that on a stage before with these guys, and eyebrows raise a little bit with each other, and I'm just like, okay,
keep on rolling.
And here's the thing: like, if the trumpet messes up, he just stops playing. I mean, you might hear it, you might hear an off note, but the drums but I am the bass and the keys. If I mess up, I have messed up the rhythm with the drums, and I have messed up the harmonics with the rest of the band. If I fuck up, everybody it's fucking obvious, or at least it is, depending on the scale of mess up. But I've done that before, and it didn't even go that badly. Like, in my mind, it was catastrophic.
Yeah, but
we rolled with it. They kind of were like, okay, he's lost the plot. Let's just, and I'm like, oh, fuck.
There's a new plot now.
And then, new song.
Yeah. And then it's like, okay, I'm just gonna vamp this part. And then what do I remember? Oh yeah. And then I cue them. Okay, let's go. And then, yeah. And that's how it goes. And we live on to play another song,
That's what makes it, as you guys go on though, it develops that thicker skin, that not giving a fuck factor that we all need to have in life in general. But for sure. And it makes you a better musician at the end of the day.
It does.
Going through that.
It's I mean, obviously no musician wants to go in front of an audience and mess up. And that's why we practice. And
but you can only practice so much for a real time.
You can practice, but practicing doesn't account for, hey, I am sick, or hey, I just had the worst shitty day and I'm not mentally prepared, or not mentally in the zone, or whatever.
Or kind of a shitty crowd.
Yeah, or a crowd,
whatever it is.
Or other factors I won't bring up right now. But things happen.
Yeah.
And you best kept plans, or whatever this saying is, like, whatever your best laid plans, they just don't work out sometimes.
Comedians talk about this all the time. Like, how many times you have to bomb to get good? Like I know that's even more exposing in different ways as a comedian, because you have to get people to laugh. It's not you're not just entertaining to make them while they're eating dinner necessarily. And don't get me wrong, musicians, it's a lot too. But
there's a lot of
comedians are exposed in a different way.
They're very exposed, and when you're in a band, obviously you lean on each other, and so the exposure versus playing solo isn't quite there. But there are bands I've been in where it's like, oh, you fucked up. But that never happens in this band. Like, everyone just kind of laughs it off, because we've all been in the situation where we've messed up. We all know we don't want to do it. Yeah. It's like, as long as there's obviously a line, but nobody in the band has gone to that line where you're just unprepared. Right? Just being unprepared.
It's a different kind of fuck up.
It's a different kind of fuck up. But it's not a matter of being unprepared. It's just like, oh, I just messed up this moment, or I had a brain fart or whatever. Like, that'll happen.
We're human.
And that's fundamentally what it is. We're human in this band, and we recognize we're pretty grounded in our humanity and musicality.
Does grandma ever fuck up? And if he does, how does that recovery happen?
It never matters if he fucks up. The drums can't, I'm saying this tongue in cheek, the drums can't fuck up.
Right. When you're at his level.
Yeah.
Right. I'm sure I could fuck I'm sure I could fuck it up.
Yeah. I mean, drums can be shitty for sure. He can't fuck up. Yeah, I mean,
though there's so much rhythm going on in your band, right?
Yeah. I'm sure he would be like, yeah, I fucked up. And yes, he has.
But no one would ever.
No one would know, because him fucking up still sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great drummer to have, man.
Yeah, and
it's like there's subdivisions of rhythm, and it's like if he fucks up, he still lands on the grid.
Yeah, right,
it's
exactly.
It's so built in.
Him messing up is like, oh, maybe he forgot to hit a snare once.
Or maybe he got bored. Maybe he's bored back there. He's trying different shit out.
Now that's
real.
A different thing.
That's real.
See, that is actually where we thrive.
Right.
That's sometimes the fuck ups aren't even by accident.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, I don't want to play the thing I played every time. I want to play something different.
He wants to get your attention up there and to look back at him.
I have honestly done that live in front of an audience before, where I'm like, no, I'm going to play this different. And
It's so cool.
and so have they.
I can't wait to be that cool, Sauvelm.
No, it's not. I guess it is cool. I enjoy it, but it's more like, yeah, it's for the joy of just challenging.
But
and
that's what I
coming
mean.
down
Like
to
cool in
ear.
the fact to me because like to be that good. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I think it's amazing, man, and I think that's awesome. And that's why Saul and I are doing this Uncle Coco and Salsi jam night on Tuesday. We're no planning, no nothing. We're just we're riffing it.
Yeah.
And I know for me personally that like how much that has helped me in music is just being able to do, just do those things and have somebody to do it with, So that's the cool to me.
Yeah, it's hard. I really appreciate you guys. It's sometimes hard for me to go like to hear people say I'm good because we always look up, right? We're always looking up.
Look next. What's next?
And like
And beyond.
when I think of an awesome keyboard player, I'm like, holy shit, I will never be Michael Casehammer.
Right.
Like that guy is a fucking jazz monster. Like I will never be him, but
you're Sauvelm McClean, baby.
or any of a number of bands. Like we went. So one of the cool things we did as a band, as friends, was we went to San Francisco to go see, because there was a show that was like some of the coolest old and new funk jazz bands. So it was like Tower of Power. It was, oh God, I'm terrible with names. It was one of the guys who used to play with James Brown, like the band leader.
Yeah.
And his name is escaping me at the moment, but that was one of the opening. It was Corey Wong and the Fearless Flyers.
Yeah. Oh, Fearless Flyers.
It was
yeah.
Lettuce.
Lettuce.
It
Okay.
was Ghost Note.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was what was there was one other band. But anyway, like that is a crazy lineup over 2 days. Like for us, that's like the dream lineup. So I think it was Nathan that discovered. Oh, so I haven't mentioned Nathan yet, which is my bad.
Fifth.
So he's the fifth member. Him and Adam have played like trumpet sax together for years. We call him Barracuda Jones. He's a medical professional, and
Is he actually?
And he's a father of 4, and he just loves to play saxophone. And so he's a treat to have in the band too, because he just brings like he brings a totally different. He's chill with us. He's chill, and he loves it. I don't want to speak for him, but I know, like, for him, Tuesday nights are like an escape. It's like, I'm just going to go chill with
Well,
these
father
guys.
of 4, you said, right?
Yeah. And I see Tuesday nights
Yeah.
as that too. It just happens to be at my house.
Right.
But like when we go like 2 or 3 weeks without a Tuesday night, I'm just
Feels weird. Yeah.
like I need to jam. Like
Well, it's just get away with the boys for a little bit and just
a little bit, yeah.
not be a dad for a second or have a break from being a dad for a second.
There's
Yeah.
just nothing. I don't think there's anything as expansive to like neural pathways as a proper musical jam with buds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, for sure. It's a community of we're social animals, right? And
Yeah.
like it's a kind of a specialized social pathway. I think with being a musician.
It's
with
interesting
people.
to me, like
Communication
yeah.
in a different plane than
Yeah,
conversation.
exactly.
Like
Yeah.
for me, when I was younger, like I didn't start playing music till later. So for me, it was hockey and baseball or golf.
Mm-hmm.
So I had that in hockey. We'd go every Thursday night. We'd have after I was done hockey, but playing with guys that were retired and whatever else, right? We'd every Thursday night and we'd get together and it was that. But that didn't compare once I got into music and that feeling of, because it's, with hockey, it's more about the camaraderie, and which the music is too in that moment, but there's this shared connection of creation of art that happens that's different, and it's super impactful in my experience.
And it's like the ability to bring each individual's essence into the mix and
Yeah.
in the pot. Like I think about our Bloom jams, and every time it's a different set of musicians, and sometimes I'm like, maybe I'm tired, and the musicians are leaning a different genre than my soul wants in this moment, and it's like, okay, this one's a little different, a little uncomfortable for me, but it's still beautiful, and I still am grateful to be part of it. And then we'll get Sauvelm popping in for one, and then it's just like some musicians have the like genetic code. Like you just have the brain to play the things that when you play, it's like the musical thing in me is just like awoken. It's just like,
and then I go and crash it by doing an instrument switch and taking his keys and putting him on the cajon.
To be fair, I suggested that.
I know. Yeah, right.
I was like,
that was so much fun though.
That's
all of a sudden I was running through a forest in Forrest Gump.
That's the point of the jam, is
For sure.
for musicians to be in different comfort thingies.
Well, that's how you learn other things and
Yeah.
get comfortable with it, and you know, and on the fly. It's like you tell me to do a bass solo in the middle of our song, the song we were playing the other day.
You're like fourth time playing bass.
Fourth time, but he's like, oh, how about he
Do a
goes?
solo.
You should see the grin on his face. There's a video out of it. He's like, okay, how about a bass solo, everybody? And I'm like, oh, and he's just like,
that's funny.
he's just ready.
Well, because you're so brave and you're like, I want to play bass.
I was just gonna say,
I'm gonna play bass
it takes
with
a
you.
special type of person to be like, yeah, sure, okay, I'll try that.
It's not like I wasn't gonna like. What do you do then? I got to do something.
Well, many people would be like, no.
It actually wasn't a bad
But
little mini solo too.
I like the
Wasn't
bravery.
bad.
That's the best. That's part of it. That's
Yep.
you know, I guess I never think of it in terms of bravery, but I guess it is a little bit with just being willing to mess up and just improvisation is so cool because that's. I think most this isn't a secret, but I think most musicians would at least, if they don't like agree, would at least nod to the fact that honestly, improvising is just the ability to take a mistake and run with it and make it sound like it's part of it.
Yeah.
Like that's what improvising is. Honestly, half the time it's like, I know what I could do and I'm going to not do that and I'm going to do something else and see what I can resolve to.
It's a hero's journey because you're leaving literally what a hero's journey is a character is leaving their familiar world and going on a journey to an unfamiliar world.
Yeah.
And as a musician, improvising is like, okay, I have this familiar path.
Yeah.
But hey, for some reason in this moment in front of all of these people,
No, I
I
don't.
really want to go to this path and just see what happens.
Yeah.
And sometimes you land, and sometimes
it
it's
just
like,
doesn't work out. And obviously, the more successful you are at it, or the success you can have at it, is a function of how aware you are of the possible places you could go, right?
Yeah.
Or naive and just blind you are.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
in some of our cases.
to be honest, like, yeah, anybody can solo. But not anybody can make a solo that's going to sound good and do it consistently
for sure.
and different every time. Like, but it really does take a lot of ingrained musical knowledge. And you know, how do you get better at soloing? Well, you learn all the scales, right? You listen to a billion different solos that you like,
Riffs.
and riffs. You know, you listen to Coltrane, whatever. I can just you can name off tons of great jazz soloists. You just listen to them. They have these little idioms, they throw in. It's like oftentimes you'll hear like, well, that sounds like Coltrane because he does this little thing every time or a bunch of the times, and that's his idiom.
Signature.
And it's like a little signature, and he'll do a bunch of stuff, but then he comes back to that and it's like, oh yeah, that's him. And yeah, I mean, I'm not saying anything that profound. It sounds like
No,
it, but
I like talking
that's just
about
how
this
it
shit,
is,
man.
man. That's like you have to put in the work to do fundamental knowledge, and then you can play in it. And that's not just for music. That's literally
everything.
for
But not getting
freedom in the form. Freedom in the form.
But not getting stuck in your room just doing scales all the time. Like get out and play open mics and do jams and do stuff, right?
And emotional potency. Like you can't, like, if you get too much in the technical brain, you can do a lot of technical stuff. We know people who are extremely technical, but when it comes to that moment, poof.
You're not feeling as much.
Yeah.
You have to, for it to mean something for those people in front of you, even if it's one freaking note, there's an emotion you can put into one singular note.
You're absolutely right. That's the secret sauce with improvisational, like, well, it's not just jazz. You can improvise in other music, but jazz, it's really associated with jazz. Like, yeah, you the best people at scales, there are people who are extremely, extremely good at music. And you put the piece of sheet music in front of them and they will sight read it perfectly and it'll be like mind blown. but they will not improvise.
Right.
Right? There are a lot of those musicians, and there is nothing wrong with that. That is absolutely awesome, and there is a great demand for that in the world, and people want to hear high quality, well played, well practiced music. Lots of that. I personally think jazz and like that improvisational spirit is a little bit special. I really gravitate towards it because it is that combination of, yes, you have skill. You might not be like, some of them are as talented as anybody. You look at, I mentioned Corey Wong, like those guys are they're musical monsters. Like it's so good, but you know, they're not afraid to mess up
and more distinguishable too. Those
and
people
just do stuff that, you know, I don't know if this is going to work. That worked.
Do you think those artists have more of a signature to them than they have more of a, like, more distinguishable when you hear artists that are more like that, as opposed to somebody who is, you know, really good at scales?
It's hard to say. Maybe. I mean, you can certainly have a signature and a sound as a writer,
right, and
write the music all the time,
right, and
that's your sound, and that's legit. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I think so. So I'm in improv, and my brother has done improv his whole life.
Like acting improv?
Yeah, acting improv. And so he started an improv school.
Cool.
So now I'm in improv. And the thing is, we're very analytical. The way that we are analytical about music, we are the same about story and improv.
Nice.
So it's that level of technique with it. And basically, there's only a few true improv teachers in the past. It's a small pool of people. And one of them talked about novelty and how novelty is like one of the only moments for humans when they're actually truly present. And basically that when we're making stuff up, whether it's improv acting or improv music, it's a time when we're pulling purely from subconscious. We're pulling purely from, you could call it whatever, God or spirit or the universe. And you're pulling new things out in a moment that you can't really access any other way. And then of course you put a group of people together, you put some pressure on that, or you put yourself on stage and you do that. And it's like the most present we can actually be is when we're pulling brand new things. I'm
sure there are studies that have been done. I would love to know. I should probably just look into it. Yeah, this is classic podcast stuff. I don't know, but I'm going to conjecture that somebody has put an improvising brain under an MRI.
Yeah.
Right. And it probably lights up in a very specific way. Yeah, and I would say that's what the specialty is for me. Like, I agree with what you're saying. I would probably put it a little differently, but like same idea. Like, novelty is a perfect word, by the way. I think that's the beauty of improv. That's why you even want to do it, because it's like nobody has played this before. Nobody has heard exactly this before. I'm doing something novel and new. And that is fun for a lot of people. Like, a lot of people love hearing something they know already, but some people get off, and I don't mean that in a hard way. I mean, like, they just really thrive on novelty. And like, what is novelty? And for me, it's like, is there anything new? Like, okay, I write a song. How new is that song? How many pieces of music exist in the world?
Yeah.
How many times have different chords been, like, how many times has 1-4-5 been used in a song? Yeah. Did you just make up a new song?
Yeah, no.
Or did you just use the chord progression that
something.
Thousands and thousands and thousands of people, millions of people have used before? But it can still be a new song. Right? It's still, you can have the melody be just a little bit different. And what I'm getting to is, there's no true, I find it hard to believe. Every once in a while, there'll be a spark of somebody who's like completely off the rails, doing something nobody ever thought before, and like blows people's minds. But that's super, super rare.
It's all derived from something, man.
Most things derive, and it's like...
But that's a good thing. I think there's a beauty in that,
It is a good thing. And what's the difference between, you know, the banal and like really special improvisation or whatever? How it maybe like how big is your set of like idioms that you can draw from, and how quickly can you get them, and how well can you put them together. You can get really technical, but I am not actually a really technical guy that way. For me, it's all ear. Does it sound right?
Yeah.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
And it's pure, it's like you said, it's very tied to emotion.
Yeah.
It is founded in, I've put in the time.
Yeah.
I have ingrained as reflex a lot of the musical stuff.
In a subconscious form.
Yeah. But it's really ties to, does it feel good? Does it feel good me playing it? Does it feel good hearing it? Because why can somebody play like a terrible sounding chord that by itself sounds like, if you just play that chord by itself, it's like, but sometimes in jazz, people play these chords and then they resolve it to something you're like, oh my God, like, whoa. And why does that work?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they like, yeah, I don't know. I'm going off for a little
But
bit.
I
here,
like that. There's a connection though. Like there's a connection with it, and John Mayer was playing this riff, right, and he like totally fucked it up. He like fucked it up so bad, but then he made it.
Yes,
he came around and he made it, and he made it amazing.
Yeah,
he made it amazing, and I don't know. It's kind of like maybe a metaphor too, like. You hit that wrong note or something, but there's still a way out.
There's a way out, and and finding that pathway out is like the adventure, and
that's what makes it beautiful though too. That's what makes it work.
Yeah,
that you took that wrong road, but now there's a way kind of to get back.
Yeah, and the pathway you took made you see things you'd never seen before.
Exactly, and then that's better than just stopping
or hear things.
Like if you just stop, then there's no way out.
Yeah,
then you're kind of done.
Yeah. I'm just thinking back to like my own experiences with it, and just thinking about my own development, and like how forever I was really strongly going towards songwriting. And then just at some point in my life, I was like, I ran into guys, I kept running into little bits of information. I always had this internal feeling of like something that I was chasing. I ran into Mark Rebier. I ran into Harry Mack. I ran into
like literally.
Yeah. I ran into.
Did you freestyle with them?
Well, to someday.
Yeah,
Ari at home, and like guys who, I'm a survivalist, or I don't know what the word is for it, but basically, I don't want to waste energy in a direction if I can tell that there's an easier path of least resistance. So I observed the musical career, and I went, okay, if I write songs, then I have to promote those songs. And in the current landscape of marketing, it's way better when I see these dudes who just get up there and just channel and just go, la, 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 here's stuff.
And then done with it and let it go.
And then moving on. And I'm like, okay, that's the harder skill. It takes a lot of time and effort to get to the point where you can now every time just do that thing. But I'm like, that's way more sustainable than like me having to do an album cycle and then try to promote.
Well, how hard it is to let them get them out though too. Like, you can obsess over songs, you can obsess over the release.
Yes, the whole thing.
To make a banger, it's about making the steps to make the banger.
Exactly.
Keep releasing.
Exactly. It's like the whole beginning of the music career is just for people to get to know you as a musician. It's like I haven't earned enough trust for anybody to really care about my songs. So let me just here's me. So it's like,
oh man.
Yeah.
You're getting into so many things. It's like, honestly, what Funk Joint should be doing is like, we should be live streaming every rehearsal.
Yes, you should.
And we should be like, just like, we have so many rehearsal recordings,
brother,
that no one has ever heard. And a lot of it is just like, there's a lot of us practicing songs, but a lot of it is like almost every rehearsal I've ever recorded has at least one something new in it.
Yes,
you could like narrate that. There's like you talking. We'll go down and film him.
I have literally I've probably only exported to like wave. Like I've only bounced down maybe. I'll be gracious and say 25% of all that shit.
Wow.
Not even. Like 10%.
I'm telling you, this is, for whatever reason, Sauvelm and I have the same as you and I. It's like we met and it's like, okay, there's something we're going to do. I don't know what, I don't know when, but there's something that we're going to do at some point.
Let me tell you, I have full faith because that was me and Graham. Me and Graham were like, we met. That was 2010 we met.
Yes.
And then in 2018, we started a duo.
Yes.
And we're still doing some shit.
Yes.
So there is a pressure in society that's I've witnessed. It's been around since before I was born, but it's definitely gotten more and more acute as I got older.
Yep.
There's a couple things. It's like this pressure that, you got to be successful while you're young. If you don't, if you're not successful while you're young, it doesn't count.
Like in the arts and music.
In life.
It's everything.
In
It's in tech too, in business. Like
for sure.
I had a startup for years and it's like, the young startups are always the hottest because it's like, they're so young. They're going to be the top 30 under 30, blah, 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 blah. And it's like...
They don't know shit.
Well, that's true. That's the number one problem. You don't know shit in your 20s. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I didn't know shit, and I thought I did.
Yeah.
That's the problem. You think you know shit or you don't know shit.
You think you know shit, but you don't. But that's part of the charm. Because you're going out there and doing that thing anyway, and then you learn, and you're like, I didn't know shit. But... Anyway, I'm always losing the plot here. Point is, I think that this drive to you have to succeed young, you gotta you gotta peak early, and you gotta be known or you're not successful.
Right.
It's like if you're not a known name, if you're not doing the top thing, it's not worth doing.
It's never going to work, and it's never going to work.
And I haven't succumbed to that. I've felt that pressure though.
Of course.
Yeah,
me too.
And I am, it's funny because I have experienced celebrity in really microcosmal ways just because I'm so recognizable that there's been places where it's like, hey, I know you because I saw you once because you have long hair and it's like
and
odd.
You're pretty.
Yeah, no.
not to mention the talents, but yeah.
Well, I mean, but point is, I don't think of myself in that way, but I kind of know.
You felt it.
I felt.
You felt microcosms.
I felt the little prick of celebrityism.
Yeah.
Before I honestly actually. Not even here so much. Saskatoon's a small town, in this grand scheme of the world, and so you're recognizable here, and it's a great community, and I love it. But I played before I ever moved here. I played a bar for 5 years in Kingston, day in day out, not day in day out. Sorry, once a week. And I did that for 5 years, and it was a student bar, and we built it from nothing to packed house for the last 3 years. It was Rico and Rowdy. It was a duo, piano and guitar. Nice. We played covers, but I was known. I had this hair, and people recognized me because it was kind of a campus bar. So I was a known entity a little bit, and there's fortunately it never got to my head or anything because I don't subscribe to that sort of stuff. My stuff is what really gets me. I love things that I don't know. I'm not inspired by money or fame or any of that stuff. I've never really had it though, so I don't want to be I'm better than people because I don't succumb to that. That's not what I'm saying. It's just it's never been available to me to have wealth or to any of that stuff. So it's never. But I've kind of grown past it being even attractive anymore. I feel a lot more at home when I can connect with someone, and just be like, hey, we appreciate the same stuff. Hey, I love playing this kind of music. You like listening to that's the stuff that I value. I don't know. I'm just yapping here. What was I trying to say? I don't know.
Speaking from your heart, man.
Speaking from your heart.
And it's lovely.
I guess I was talking about the whole succeeding young thing. And I guess all I'm trying to say is I did not succeed young. I didn't fail. I've been playing music my whole life.
You're just on your journey, man. You're building your shit.
I just didn't reach oh, he's touring the world. He's touring.
I think it's a calibration of success. I think that the issue comes with like we all get thrown this idea of success,
right?
And to be honest, all three of us, if we were to jump back to our younger selves and could see where we're at today, would be like, yes,
it's pretty cool.
We are doing the things we dreamed of. Mm-hmm. Like you are in your dream band.
Yes, I am. That's true. Yeah,
we are building community in a way. I remember being young and reading like a Zeppelin book or like a book on Page and
Jimmy Page.
Yeah.
And I remember him talking about the local musicians and by name, full name, right? And I just thought to myself, like, I want to be around musicians and know their full names. Like, I want that experience. What the heck?
I only remember first names.
Yeah.
Even in my own band.
But then
Hey, buddy guy.
Hey, buddy guy. Hey, boy.
My bro.
So, that, it's like if you find those little things that the younger versions of yourself wanted, like, imagine being in this type of group with these types of friends playing this type of, you know what I mean?
High school me could watch Funk Joint, mine would be blown.
Right.
Like, it would
That's
be like,
a very good point. Yeah.
So I'm just saying like, yeah, we attach this like thing to it, because same to me, right? I had the same. I need to be this because I need to be famous. I have to, because I'm here on this earth to do that.
Yeah.
Right. Like that's what I'm here to do. And then it didn't happen, and it didn't happen, and it didn't happen.
Man,
and then,
but you are famous, baby.
But you recalibrate, and you realize that, like, before it was like I needed to be there because I needed to prove something to myself. But now at this point, I'm like, well, now the reason that we need to build something and the reason I need to get money and a shit ton of money is so that all of us can do our thing. Mm-hmm. Because we have so many people who are, realistically, like, the amount of musicians that are at a certain level of talent who have to go and do other shit.
Yeah.
It's like,
oh man, yeah.
Well, they don't have the resources, right?
That's not okay.
Yeah,
that's not okay.
We were talking about that before the podcast. Like, yeah, it is. Well, there's a whole deep well of like socioeconomics that I am not going to dive into.
Yeah, because we need to go to bed at some point.
I listen to a lot of that stuff, read a lot of that stuff. I care a lot about economics, but yeah, we've been sold a bill of goods in the sense that the culture and the media we've consumed for decades all just tell us, well, you don't make it unless your name's in lights and you're on a certain stage in New York or you're in LA or, and to some extent, okay, that is the peak, right? That I wouldn't try to convince you that that's not the top people, right? Like, I will name my favorite bands and they tour and they play the biggest possible stages. Lettuce, for instance, like, I would love to do what Lettuce does. The problem is not that I could never do what Lettuce does from a skill point of view, or that Funk Joint couldn't if we had the resources to just, this is what we do now. We have a marketing team. We have a bunch of money behind us. Okay, well, I bet you we could play some.
You hit the nail on the head, those resources.
Festivals in Europe and start building an audience. Like, it's not that we couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we can't resource-wise.
Sure.
But skill-wise and capability-wise, I think we could. And I don't think I'm being like full of myself. Like, no. I just know.
We both agree.
But what's sad is there's a lot of bands like that too.
Yes,
there's
exactly.
So many.
And I don't think Funk Joint's the only one.
Well,
I think there's lots of bands that if they had the resources.
That's the problem with the media and this fame thing, though, because we zone in on this little pocket.
This is why I believe that the future looks different for musicians.
Yes,
because of
media. Because do I really want to go tour the world for 8 months out of the year?
I would.
I would love to.
I'd love to go.
but how many times would that work?
Bands burn out on that though.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
yes, sure. The one tour, maybe the second tour, but the third tour you're going to be like, oh my God, I've been gone how long?
Corey would be dead.
Yeah, that's a natural human thing that even yes, if you're Taylor Swift and you can just bring every one of your friends with you on tour,
or if you're Foo Fighters and you just bring your family in their own motorhome,
exactly. At that point, yeah, sure, maybe there's a better version of it, but I just think, to be honest, it's like Funk Joint. The revolution will be televised. Funk Joint will be televised.
That's a good quote.
Saul will be televised.
There's an easier way to get
Coco will be televised.
Uncle Coco.
And then we will tour in a healthy way to get the feeling, because you still need that feeling. But then the main foundation of it, your output.
What I heard though,
online.
coming soon, it's not going to be necessarily in social media, the Instagram and your Facebook or whatever else. It's live streaming. So when you brought up live streaming in your basement, I think you should really start doing
Honestly, well, you know this. So Funk Joint started, I mentioned 2018. One of the reasons that it was able to get off the ground was because I was in between jobs.
Yeah.
So I had a job in 2018, and then I had a gap. I don't want to get into the details of that, but there was a gap of about 8 months, and we just had a kid, but the severance was great, so I survived, and I was like, you know what, I want to start a studio, because it's always my dream. Obviously, the studio, it technically worked out because I do have a studio in my basement, and that's where we play, but it wasn't a commercial. I thought maybe I could commercially, and I
still can.
Yeah,
Not
but
yet.
I very quickly technically I could. It would be fun, but I think there's people better suited to it. I think I could be a pretty good. I could live in a studio. I could work in a studio and be a very effective person in a studio, but I am not a person who should run the whole studio, in my opinion.
She's gonna hire a little nerd to come in.
I will work with bands and use my ear and benefit bands.
Yes.
I would love to do that. And
on my EP.
Well, maybe that's an idea. With these bands that have limited resources, let's start. As time goes on.
No. Too much.
Really, it's all
too further. Too far. It's fundamentals. We are starting our jam. Part of that is, just expression. Part of that is increasing your talents and my talents, and being able to do improvised stuff.
And for me and you, just to not work.
Yes,
and to jam back to our roots.
Yes.
And Sauvelm, you coming?
But I know you're trying to. But part of that, we've already had conversations. It's that, a band like Funk Joint needs a bit of support. And we, as Bloom, part of the long-term dream is a media conglomerate, media thingy,
whatever,
media entity, and the thing is that they can benefit from that, and we can benefit from that, and there's a whole ecosystem there, and we love to improvise, they love to it all.
I love it.
So to me, that it's just I feel very motivated towards that.
Really excited about the hip hop night idea.
Yes.
So tragically, not really tragically, but we played that show. We played. There was a show we played at 3 Hall one time. You remember, Corey?
I remember.
You weren't there because you had to do a sound in another show. But
I had Corey head of sound that night.
That wasn't even the issue. The issue was that there was a blizzard and no one showed up. That was the issue. But that night, if for the 5 people that were there, what a special night of music was. We put on a killer show, and Z the Free opened for us.
Yeah.
She put on a killer show with her
Tones.
With Tones.
Big Tones.
And then we did that collab where some magical stuff happened. It was we got the audience of 5 to call out some keys. What key should we do this in? And we did that. We did that for Funk Joy. It's give us 2 different keys, and then she got them to call it some words as themes, and we literally made some shit up, and it was the coolest moment that I've had on stage. Honestly, one of the tops, and
so here's the real
which is
question.
wild because
that was the
nobody
gift.
saw it.
That was the gift.
But here's the real question.
But nobody needed to, right? Because
I wish they had.
But here's the real question. Here's the real question. If there was a room of 50 to 100 people, would that have happened?
I think it would have.
You
because
think?
because we were like, we should try this.
Okay.
Yeah. I do think it would have happened.
But
Okay.
he means like, would you have tried that because
100%.
you guys were just looking for stuff to do
No,
because there's nobody there?
We
or
talked about it ahead of
before?
time.
We
were because she
Okay.
does that. One of her
Yeah.
things is to take words, and we love making stuff up.
Yeah,
but
so-
we don't always do it in front of people, but we'd be willing to. And actually, it's something I've been thinking about actually adding to our show. Is like.
You should.
Because we'll
Interactive
play
shit is
songs
good,
and
man.
we'll do solos, but we don't actually make stuff up on the spot. Like we might throw things in that people don't expect.
You need to make up a song every performance.
I think I want to start
And
doing
get the
that.
audience to call out the key.
And audience persist. I might even be. So there's this. I'm going to look her up because I forget her name. There's this phenom musician. She's young. She's like maybe early 20s. She might even be just like 19 or something. She is an absolute phenom musician, like classically trained, perfect pitch. I want to find her name. I'm subscribed to her. I found her like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, I'll look at how long we've been podcasting.
Yeah. And she does
Where
this.
are we at?
Do you want to know?
I'm going to guess an hour and a half.
Hour and 25.
All right, wow.
Okay, we're done in an hour and a half.
My internal clock is.
So I need to go to
Anyway,
bed.
point is, she does this. She's like, and she sometimes has an orchestra with her, but she'll do every performance. She'll go and she will have a hat with like, I don't know how like every note in the scale is in this hat, probably a few times over because sometimes there's repeat notes, and she gets 4 people to come up and pick one out, and
love that.
and then she'll play it. She'll play the notes in the order they were picked, and it'll be like da 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 da, like weird shit. And then she'll be like, "Give me a moment,"
She figures
and
it
then
out.
she'll take a minute to collect her thoughts, and she'll play a whole piece.
Yes.
Oh my God. What's her name?
I'm gonna look it up
Oh,
because
okay,
she's
yeah.
so incredible, and
Yes.
like. No, going back to what I said like literally 5 minutes ago about Young. Well, she's an example of somebody who's peaking young, but she's also a phenom, right? You know,
Yeah.
Jacob Collier is another one.
Yeah.
There are those people.
Yeah.
But there's just because you're not that person doesn't mean there's no hope.
It doesn't mean there's not space for you, though.
It doesn't mean there's no space for you. It doesn't mean you shouldn't try.
We're
it doesn't
all
mean you
invited
should
to the
go out
party.
there.
Let's go.
Even if it takes you 20 years, just go for it.
Usually it's just about the lack of support.
Yes.
And like,
For sure.
you know, clearly in like I wish I was in Jacob's kind
Jacob
of
Collier.
position. You know, I wish I was
Yeah.
in Jacob Collier's position, and I wish that, you know, I was in a lot of people's positions, but I don't really. I love
wouldn't be
me.
you then, man.
Yeah, I love me, and I love my world, and it's just that people need support, and I think that's really what our mission has come down to. It's the reason that I've I realized I could support myself.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there at times, but then also I wasn't sustainable because I didn't have anybody supporting me. So I was crushing it, but then eventually it was like, yeah, I'm only crushing it because of sheer stubborn willpower.
And you need that support no matter how good you are.
Exactly.
You need it.
You need people in your corner, and you know, that's what I have come to realize is if I want a sustainable music career, I have to have the right people around me.
Yeah, that's a huge thing.
Yeah.
For sure.
And that's what this is about, and that's the whole point of Bloom, and that's what we want to help bands with. And for me, a big mission is helping people who don't have the resources but have absolutely the talent
For days.
I swear.
We're speaking. Remember when you were
find
talking
this.
about like our younger self looking at ourselves where we are now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, say even put me back at 28 years old.
Yeah.
To see where I am in playing. Like I didn't even play guitar.
Yeah.
At 28.
Yeah.
I played trumpet in grade 8, and I played trumpet in grade 8, but I fake played in recitals. Because I was so bad, and my teacher's like, "I'll pass you. Just keep fake playing." So that was my only experience. So like to see,
love
you
that
know, we
story.
have to remember those things, you know, in ourselves, like where we were to like really where we were to
Yes.
things that we get to do. You know, for us, get to meet all the musicians in the city,
Yes.
and you know, and to have respect from them and to help them too. Like that's huge. And
Yes.
and for Sauvelm, you know, like. Yeah, man. I'm sure you've come a long way in your journey.
I am.
with
Sorry,
music.
I am paying attention. I'm
No,
just
that's
trying
okay.
to find this.
I'm just filling the spaces here.
I want to. I want to.
spaces.
I want.
No, I was just reminded of
Alma
that.
Deutscher. That's her name.
Alma Deutscher?
Alma Deutscher.
Al.
Alma. ALMA. Deutscher. She's super young.
She's got like an old lady's name.
She does, and I think she's British or
That's
German.
the sauce.
She's definitely European. But man, like you want to have your mind blown musically,
I'm gonna look her
go
up.
and find Alma Deutscher. She is amazing.
That's what I'm saying though. The media.
Yeah.
The media. I know about Jacob Collier because of the media. You've now mentioned this because of the media.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
you
the
know,
media.
Jacob Collier, even that though, it's funny. Like, you can't deny people have varying opinions of him.
They do.
And I think that's earned. But, he's a phenom. He's clearly, like, that first album he came out with, In My Room, was like, just blew people away. But you look at that guy, and why was he able to make that album?
Yeah.
Because he had resources behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because
that's what I'm saying.
Has, not calling out wealth. It's fine, whatever your situation is. But he had a life that let him literally just spend his whole time in his room with musical instruments from all over the world.
Totally.
And fortunately for him, he had the right combination of discipline and support and talent to be able to do that and get recognized.
Goats.
Yeah.
I really do resonate with him, and I believe that I am another variation. I just didn't have the time to focus I didn't have the resources to just like pump me through musical stuff.
Yeah. And
so I'm just more because of that. I have a different approach, and I have like, it's one thing to fully focus. People say like only focus on one thing, and I do believe that if you're a savant, if you're a Jacob Collier, then yeah, focus on one thing. But now, what I bring to music is so much beyond just being a musician. I have so many perspectives that I bring to music
100%.
that mean that I can write a song that is so different than a musician's musician, a purist.
Yeah. Or you can hear the music differently than, because being a sound tech coming from that, being a marketer, being a promoter, being a musician, being a singer, being a drummer now.
All of it, yeah. I would say that all of it comes together to put me in a position to play something that's completely unique.
You're very adaptable though. Like you're willing to adapt. Like where some people might get crushed and not stop playing. Right, like if they're not.
That's a good point. No, honestly, adaptability is not commonplace. Being able to focus on something and develop it, almost anybody can do that. Like in the sense, not anybody can do it. Some people just don't.
Yeah.
But if the right alignment of, you're in an okay spot in life and you make the time for it and you care about it, anybody can have a passion and develop it. Adaptability is less common, I would think. I think, and I don't
think so.
And I mean that in like, we all adapt. That's what humans do. But like the ability, the will to want, musically specifically, to want to like, I'm gonna try this other genre. I'm gonna pull in this other experience
instead of just being like
change
defeated.
it. Oh, you know what? Oh, this venue didn't work out. Oh, this thing didn't. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna tweak it and go the other. Like that is not that common.
Yeah.
Like that means you really love it. That means you want to do it. And I'm speaking. We talked about El Coyote earlier. Like. Perfect example. I mean, obviously it's music adjacent. It is for music, but it's not specifically music. But you guys want to do this. You have had iterations of this model that now is Bloom.
Yeah.
And you stuck with it, and you adapted to changing environments, changing.
When we learned from those other things too, we use those as knowledge going forward, not as being defeated. And we found other ways to kind of do what we were doing. And
adaptability and plus perseverance means it doesn't mean success, but it doesn't mean success. Well, success
by society necessarily.
Yeah, well, success is such a.
But it's going to be success here,
word.
man.
Exactly. Like, are you going to get fulfillment from it?
Yeah, exactly.
Adaptability plus perseverance equals fulfillment.
Just keep grinding.
Yeah, I mean the thing is all three of us have internal images of things that we're trying to bring to reality. And we're all we're all gonna keep adapting. None of us are gonna step back and like let go of that, because that's the purpose of life. If any of us let go of that thing we're pursuing, we're probably on our way to the grave.
Right?
Yeah.
Like that's reality.
Oh my God, yeah.
And the success definer is interesting, because on this path to like pulling this thing into reality, sure, maybe there's an image of like what does it mean for Corey and I? We're on this path of support or whatever the heck that we've been on. And what does it, like, we're like, oh, what's the long-term version of this? But then you just look at like the day-to-day that we totally ignore, and we just like brush past, like, poof,
Yeah. Oh,
but
for
like,
sure.
but like having an open mic and having someone come out who really put away music or something, or like hasn't been connected, like they're having, like people are having profound experiences because of us chasing a thing.
Yeah.
And that's the joke about success, because we go, poof, even though like that's success.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That is success. But
we
we're
do
like,
that, but we don't. But we do reflect. Like,
yeah, we do.
It's having these conversations and having that reflection, and it's. I think we just keep freaking grinding, man. Just
Well,
everybody.
that's it.
Like the grannies, I just want to mention the grannies in the crowd. Like again, another
That
form
is
of, you know what
success.
I mean? You know what I mean?
That's a really good point. Like, I am so with you. Like, this happens, and as a dad too. Like, I didn't want to come here and talk too much about that. Like, I love my kids and all that, but it's not the focus of this. But that's such a struggle as a parent when you're like, you gotta discipline the kids. You gotta bring them. You want to raise them right. Like, kids need so much positive reinforcement.
Yeah.
Like, they need it. They need your attention. They will.
In their formative years,
Exactly.
man.
They will absolutely take every moment of your attention if they can get it.
Yeah.
Which is totally fair. You're their world.
Yep.
But also, you're a human being with other needs.
Yeah.
So you can't always give them their attention. But the whole point of bringing this up is like, it relates back to success. Like, whose terms of success do you need to satisfy?
Right.
Yes.
If your terms of success that you need to satisfy are the world's and popular culture, and I need to make
never gonna
this
happen.
amount of money, I need to at least have an audience of 1 million people. Like, if those are your measures of success, no judgment. And
It's like the hockey dads.
There are people who will glom onto that and go, "Oh, I'll get you that," and then you'll sell your soul. And I don't mean that. Like, I'm not judging anybody who's ever made that. Like, go for it. If you can do it and that opportunity is there, I wouldn't turn it down either.
Yeah.
But if you can't get that because the stars don't align, the resources aren't available for you, but that stays your guide star and your benchmark, you're crushing yourself.
Yeah.
And like,
Probably why a lot do quit though, because
exactly, because
Can't live up to it,
You can't
yeah.
live up to it, and I'm never going to be that, and I know that now, and I feel like I'm pretty good, and I feel like different situation, maybe I could. I skirted close on a few axes,
Yeah.
like I once opened for Wide Mouth Mason, right? like you have these little skirtings of it, but and like that's. Somebody from the States would be like, who? But somebody from Canada is like, oh, that's so cool.
Amazing.
Like, it's all contextual. And basically, maybe it's a cop-out. Some people would go, ugh, whatever. They're saying some bullshit. But really, and I'm not good at this. I'm saying this, but this is a work in progress for my life, to be satisfied
with what you got.
And
Fucking
to
right.
be content.
That's real.
And have that and be fulfilled by the things you are getting done.
Well, and the people around you
And don't
too.
take it for granted. And that's the part where you're like,
Yes.
The taking it for granted is the hardest part, because it's like, oh, I've done this already.
Yes.
Give me the next thing.
The other
Yes.
people, the younger young kids looking up to you that are getting bands going and see stuff, like they see you. Oh, you played on Jazz Fest stage.
Yeah, man.
Like, holy
Yeah.
fuck! Or you
Yeah.
get to play at a gala. Like, for
Yes.
some people, bands, like, they never get to do that. So
I think there's an unhealthy relationship in society between ambition and success, and it's like people tend to think that for them to reach their ambition, they have to like punish themselves, and so it's like ambition and success need to be separated. Success to me is a day-to-day measurement. how successful was today. It's not a thing that you can attach to a journey. We can still be ambitious, right? You're still ambitious.
Yeah.
I'm still ambitious. Corey's still ambitious, and we are successful now. Doesn't need to be, I will be successful, right? It's like every day, this podcast, we just did an hour and a half podcast. That's like success.
It was easy.
We've been trying to plan this forever, and it's here, and we did it, and we succeeded.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to get you on the couch here with us. It's been a while since
I
we
know
have
you want to wrap
podcasts.
this, and you're trying to wrap it. Can I throw two more thoughts down?
100%.
One is, you were talking about like the kids, and so I almost got to this point earlier. I'm really appreciative of Don at the basement, because the one thing he's done for us in a couple of our past shows, because again, we're not a big draw, right, with tickets. It's going pretty well. I think the tickets are selling okay for this one.
Yes.
But I know that he's invited like high school students.
I just need to pause you for a second and just say that you are a good draw, so let go of that.
Okay, fair enough. I know we're a good draw. I just mean people don't necessarily.
No. That was one point.
Fair enough.
Today is a different day.
Okay, fair enough. But point is, he's invited schools, and so we've had the pleasure of having audiences that were like a lot of young people for
really
some of our
cool.
basement shows to fill the room. But I love it.
Yeah.
It's so special to me, because I love when we get to like improvise and have a good time, and like I would love to play for the young people more, because they're not against jazz. They just love genuine vibes.
Yeah.
Right?
That's it.
And
Just whatever's vibes.
Have you
genuine vibes.
Are you
And
set
so-
up? Sorry, go on. Finish your
that's
thought.
it. No, that's it. I'm thankful to Don. I really love playing to young people, because it's fun to just give them jazz. Because I know, like, I would have eaten that shit up in high school.
We got to get him on with Lunar Music.
We will.
Yeah.
We will. And
Backstage Pass.
yeah, she's doing a youth program where she
cool.
puts on shows
Yeah.
She
for.
pairs you up with like a young band, and then you as an established band, and
Nice.
then their fans come out.
Oh,
You
cool.
know, it's
Yeah.
actually 18 and under.
Oh, that's sweet.
So only
That's a
18
fun
and under
idea.
coming in. So none of your fans right now. Maybe you got a few under.
Yeah.
Maybe your kids.
Yeah.
But it's a good way to get the kids involved.
So we'll do that. We'll do a Bloom Jam, Funk Jam.
Yeah.
I like this idea, by the way. He was telling me about it. Yeah.
And then, I had one other thing and it just escaped me. I guess it's gone.
It's gone.
Gone for.
Out to the
I did have an idea for Funk Joint, and I thought maybe quarterly. Like you guys are doing, you're doing an album, right? You said
We're doing another EP. Like the
like you're covering an album. I meant at this show, right?
Oh. What do you mean?
You
Do
said
you mean like our own album? Or
no,
a cover?
covering a different album.
Oh.
A jazz
not for
album.
this show.
No, different show.
No, but it's something we've talked about.
I saw that when you said that, I was like, that's a good idea for not to run another Funk Joint show, but Funk Joint covers.
Oh yeah,
Boom, classic.
I've done that with different projects.
That'd be a cool little music video too.
Yeah,
one of
I've
those.
done that with. I mean, we already know so many Lettuce songs. We probably could do a Lettuce album.
That's brilliant
But yeah,
for an extra little show. Anyway, that was just a thought. Okay, on to our lives, but I can't
Thursday.
wait. Next Thursday.
Basement. He's
Yeah.
there.
yeah.
Check him out.
Well, we don't know when this is out, so tell them the exact
Get it out.
date.
Yeah, I'm putting pressure on
April
you.
2nd.
They think
No,
7 p.m.
It's the only Thursday
At
next
the
Thursday. It's the only next Thursday. There's no
April 2nd.
Thursdays in between.
We haven't had a lot of shows in the last little bit. We've had busy lives, and we had a bit of a end of last year, start of this year. We haven't really been playing. We've been rehearsing, so this is our first show, kind of getting back into it, and then we have a show in June, which I will not announce right now in terms of where and when exactly, but early June we got a show.
Nice.
And then we have a Jazz Fest gig, which
Nice.
I can say they haven't announced it yet, so I'm not going to blow the lid on it, but I know we have a free stage. It'll be a midweek free stage in early July.
Nice, dude.
And I'm excited for that one because we're going to be the closer.
Oh, nice. Let's
go.
Yeah.
And then also somewhere in there you'll have a Bloom Jam headliner
Yeah.
where you won't play any of your Funk Joint songs. You'll just make shit up all night.
Yeah, and the whole band is into doing maybe at Art Bar, maybe wherever, but doing a We Are the Backing Band, like like kind of bad note, not good style, where people will get some freestylers.
Oh, I love it. What do you, have
hip hop night.
We've had this night or this idea for a while about like a live band karaoke night. So like people just come up and
Basically,
you have a list of like 50 songs you can pick from. That's a little different idea than the hip hop.
Yeah. The hip hop is special because
Yes.
it's not necessarily going to be songs that are known.
Exactly.
We can do our thing.
Yeah.
That's improvisational. Maybe we'll have a few hooks that are known, but
I like that idea
Yeah.
for me personally. I just the karaoke because you guys would be so good at that.
we
Like,
would be.
And then it brings.
I can't speak for that every member of the band would be thrilled about that.
I don't
but
think they may. But it's for singers or people that aren't able to get on a stage,
Yeah.
right? They don't have band like that know a song that want to get up and sing. I think that experience of being on a stage with a band is very. Not many people get that experience.
We've had
right?
people during our jams, and then like the band will learn a song quick, and then they have like the best experience of their life
Yeah.
for sure.
ever.
It
But yes,
is
yes,
uplifting.
Yes,
but
different ideas, but
We got ideas.
we got ideas, and I wanted to go in more there, but
You guys can keep going, but I just gotta go
No,
to bed.
no, no.
Oh,
let's-
we should close out. Like,
Let's rock and roll.
I said I had 2 points. Forget my second point because, like, the second point, if I even mention it, there's like a jump off into like another 2 hours.
Well,
of
maybe we just have to
conversation.
have you back.
I think
Maybe.
so.
Yeah,
Reoccurring guest
absolutely.
on the pods.
Good chatting with you, Sauvelm, as
Absolutely.
always.
I guess this was a podcast. It felt like I was just sitting chatting with you guys.
That's-
Wait, once you take your headphones off, though, you feel like, oh shit, where was I?
Once you get in the headphones, you're just
like
like
I'm holding a mic, so I guess I was reminded the whole time, but it didn't really feel.
no, it's a weird.
They go by.
It helps you
yeah.
focus. Like I wish every conversation was this direct.
You're just like, wait, Corey. Gives me headphones.
Wait,
now
I
we can
can't-
talk.
I can't hear you yet.
Yeah, I like it. I don't. I listen. I think everybody listens to podcasts now. They're so ubiquitous.
Yeah.
It took me a long time. Like they've been around for decades now, and I only really started listening to any a few years ago. And I'm pretty selective. But
Yeah. Well, now you got a new podcast to listen
yeah,
to.
I got a new one.
podcast.
I'm gonna subscribe today.
You better.
Let's go
Subscribe today.
We're going to be
All right.
releasing a couple coming up here soon.
to all of the Bloom family out there. I never do this, but
Bloom it up.
I just felt like we had to address you.
Maybe it's
'cause
a new
there's-
thing.
Well, there's so many of them out there.
All 7.
No,
No, dozens.
7,000. 7,000.
Dozens.
we're manifesting our future reality right now.
Exactly. But is it the number that counts, or is it the
The doing
genuine,
Yes,
authentic thing we're doing?
that is it.
It's what we feel right here in the
That is
podcast,
it.
and we had a good time.
Yeah, that's all we need.
Keep blooming, baby.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.